Welcome back. Now that we are done with developing our first agent, let's see how we can deploy it on Google Home. Okay, let's start by clicking on Google Assistant. As usual, it may take a few seconds. Let's wait for it. All right, now this time we're not going to test it, but instead we're going to set it up and then deploy it. So let's go to the Setup section and click on Invocation. Let's give our intent a name. So I'm going to call it Ali's Comedian Buddy. And let's hear how it sounds.
Ali's Comedian Buddy.
Okay, not too bad. Let's remove one M and let's try it again.
Ali's Comedian Buddy.
All right, it sounds better now. If you needed to modify the pronunciation, you can click on the pencil icon here. You can also change the assistant's voice to any of these four options that you see here. I'm going to go with male 2 this time. And let's save. By the way, this name should be unique, so if it's already taken, I would see an error. Let's see. Well, the name has not been taken, so I'm good to go. Now let's move on to the deploy section. Click on deploy. Now let's start with directory information and let's start with description. I'm going to say Ali's Comedian Buddy can crack knock jokes for you. And full description: this agent knows many knock jokes and knock and other jokes. The agent is constantly learning new ones every day. Although it only knows one for now, we're going to add more if you stick to the program. So let's move on. Well, what if you clicked on save? We're going to get a few errors here because there are a few things that are required. A small icon. Okay, let's add one. You can acquire one small icon from the internet, or you can create one yourself. Take a photo, resize it, and it would be good enough. So I'm going to upload one myself. Select a photo from your computer. I have one ready here. A very simple photo. Okay. Smiling, good enough. Let's select this. Let's select a large one as well. This one is not mandatory, so you can skip it. I'm just going to add it for the sake of showing how simple it is. Upload it. Yes, looks good. Select. We're good. Let me save again. And let's see. More errors. Now, contact details. I'm going to provide my own email here or some other email. Let's see. Dialogflow trainee@gmail.com. You can provide your own email, and you can skip the company name. It's not required. Let's save again. Now it is asking for a privacy policy. All right, this part is a little bit tricky because if you don't know how to create, if you do not have a privacy policy online, then you have to create one. If you have one online, you can paste the URL here. If you don't have one, let me show you how to create one. It's very simple. Just click on Learn More right next to Need Help Creating a Privacy Policy. It's very simple. Let's click on one. It says copy from this sample doc. Okay, let's click on it. It opened one app name privacy policy. Cool. And the instruction provided here is very straightforward. It says, don't worry, making a privacy policy is not that hard. It should only take a few minutes for most apps. Just follow the instructions below. It's very simple. I'm not going to read all of it because I've done it a few times, but you please take your time to read it. It's very straightforward. All it says is asking you to click on File, make a copy of this file, and share with the same people. You can give it a name. I'm going to call it Ali or comedian buddy, Ali comedian buddy, or Ali's comedian buddy privacy policy. I'm going to say okay. We'll open a new document for me. Just give it a few seconds. All right, it's ready. Now, you might say, okay, how come it did not ask us to share it with the same people? For some accounts it does, for some accounts it doesn't. Don't worry if it didn't. Click on share it and let's see how we can make it work. So we are going to click on advanced, and now here we are going to who has access. We're going to make it public on the web and they can only view. So from private I turned it to public, and the access right is they can only view. No one can edit it, no one can comment it, they can only view. So this privacy policy can be viewed by everybody on the internet. Let's click on save. And done. And now, one more thing. The content of this file has to be changed. This privacy policy is not good enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete everything here. Don't worry, we'll paste something cool here. And I'm going to copy the content of this file, which I know would work. And I'm going to paste it here. The URL to this file is given below in the description. So if you wonder how to acquire the content, just click on the link and copy paste. It's that simple. Make sure that you do a Control S or Command S if you're using a Mac, and you're good to go. What you need to do, you can simply copy. Oops. Now all you have to do is just to copy this link. Copy it. Copy this section. Open a new tab. See if it's good enough. Yes, it's good enough. Now what you can do, you can close this tab and go back to your actions in Google. You did it. Click on done and paste your privacy policy here. Okay? Now we can ignore terms of service. It's optional. We don't need it. And let's save again. Let's see if we get any further errors. Okay, a category is required. This is the last section. Let's click on additional information, and category is going to be games and fun. Let's make sure the answer for families is no, although this joke is good for children as well, but to make it easier for this joke to get deployed, let's select no. Obviously, the answer for alcohol and tobacco is no. There's no further testing instructions. We're not doing any transactions, so do not check any of these two boxes. And mic policy. Do your actions at any point of interaction with users. Leave the mic open without prompting them to respond. The answer is yes and no, but we're not going to answer yes to this. Why? Because at the beginning of our joke, we simply provide an instruction as how the joke works. So the user would know that it has to say who is there to knock knock, right? And that's why we designed it that way. So you can simply say no to mic policy. Otherwise, if you check yes, your joke won't be approved and it won't get deployed. So let's click on save now. And let's go, okay, no more errors, and let's go to location targeting. Let's make this joke visible everywhere on the planet, unless you want to limit it to a few countries, right? So we're good here, everywhere on the planet. Let's go to surface capabilities. I personally prefer to leave all answers as no. If you do so, then your joke will be available on all devices and surfaces, on smartphones, speaker, smart displays, and so on and so forth. Now, if you wonder what these questions are, do your actions require audio output? Not really. You're not playing any music, right? Do your actions require screen output? You're not showing any videos or images. No. Do your actions require media playback? Again, no. Do your actions require a web browser? Again, no. All we do is we just render a voice, and that is through Google Home or Google's Voice. Now let's click on release. Now for this project, we're ready to click on submit for production. Let's do it. I have tested it. You have tested yours. If you ever wondered what this is, let's click on it just to see what this is. These are the steps that you need to go through to make sure that your agent is ready to be deployed. Now going back to the submission for production, I would select yes for this question, and then now let's submit for review. Okay. All right, now it is sent for review, and you should receive an email momentarily. And as soon as you submit, you should receive an email like this, stating that your agent is submitted for review. Congratulations, and let's wait for the response of the review process. When your agent is approved, you will receive an email like this with the subject agent name was approved, and the same message will also be repeated here in the body of the email, continued with a congratulatory message. If you see this, it means that your agent is approved. Congratulations. Congratulations, you have successfully developed and deployed your first agent on Google. Now it's time to add more moving pieces to our project and add more jokes. Please make sure that you leave your questions and comments below. I would love to know about your feedback, and I promise that I would answer to any question that you might have. Please keep developing, and see you very, very soon.